Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our sustainability webinar series. Tonight is an episode about community solar offered by Neighborhood Sun. I'm Ashley Diaz, the sustainability planner for the city of Bowie, and I'll be introducing our speakers and moderating the questions at the end. Just quickly, I want to let you know you can use the Q&A box to enter your questions at any time, and I'll get to them after the presenters are done. We'll have a whole session for that. This webinar will be recorded and posted to the city's YouTube channel, and I will also send a follow-up email to everyone with additional resources, links, and the presenters' information if you have further questions. So for a quick bio, Gary Skulnick is the founder of two entities focused exclusively on marketing clean energy. Clean Currents, a socially responsible for-profit, and the Clean Energy Partnership, a nonprofit. He has appeared in numerous media outlets and been an active public speaker on sustainability, clean energy, reaching green-minded consumers, as well as other topics for over a decade. Now he is the founder and CEO of Neighborhood Sun, a certified B Corporation whose mission is to make solar accessible for all through community solar. We also have Sherry Robinson, the Director of Sales, with us tonight, and the Sales Operations Specialist, Christina. Christina works in both the partnerships and the sales department, so if you have any questions about signing up after the event, you can reach out to her directly, and I will provide her information in the follow-up. All right, over to you guys.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Christina or Sherry, are we doing any additional introductions, or I think that was it? Okay, great. So thank you, Ashley, for having us tonight. As Ashley noted, I'm Gary Skulnick, the CEO and founder of Neighborhood Sun. I have a presentation I'll be sharing with you tonight on community solar and how you can participate. So let me just pull that up here and go back to the first screen. All righty, can folks see, or do I need, is it large enough? Yeah, it's good, okay. All righty, so we're going to talk about what is Neighborhood Sun and community solar, what are the benefits, and how it works. First, a little bit about Neighborhood Sun. We are a community-focused grassroots clean energy provider that saves people money on electricity, provides energy equality, and helps to preserve and restore our environment. We are a certified B Corporation, which means that we are not just about profit, but we are also about the people and the planet and the community that we serve. It holds us to a higher standard than other businesses. And among B Corps, we also have the highest score of any community solar company in the country. This year we got recognized for our environmental impact from B Corp as one of the top 5% in the entire world of all B corporations for our positive environmental impact. And that really is a testament to our customers who are making all the difference. I'm going to try to show a little video to go way back, the start of Maryland Community Solar. It's not a direct connection, but this is a video made back in 2004 when I was a little bit of a younger man and was advocating as part of a broad coalition for a renewable portfolio standard here in Maryland. So I've been working on clean energy, climate change in Maryland for about 20 years. Let me see if I can get this video going. No, okay, there's an ad.
Yeah, Gary, it's not showing the video here. I think it would show it if it was on Google Slides, but.
Okay, got it. So, you know what? Why don't we do maybe Christina, you can help me out here. I'm going to switch from the PowerPoint, because I did download it as a PowerPoint to Google Slides. But
yeah, if you just open the link and go to present and go back to where we were, it should work.
okay, present. Okay, all right. Hang tight for our technical difficulties here. All right, I don't know which is, I think this is the right one. No, this is still the, I'm sorry. Sorry, folks, I should have done a run through before. All right, I'm just
If
gonna
you just
delete.
open the link, the Google Slides link, it should take you right to the.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I have to get out of the other one because it just, I don't know, keeps popping up. All right, there is Google Slide, Google Sheet. All right, there we go. Now,
Woohoo!
I go to present, and there we are. All right.
Perfect. There we go.
Can you hear it, Christina?
Mm-mm.
All right. All right, so the next problem is I've got to figure out how to have videos sound work. So I go to video settings.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see anything about the video audio working.
See, it should be when you hit like share screen. If you click like the little like arrow or 3 dots, it'll open up a menu where you can click it.
Okay.
Hang tight, folks. We'll be running in a sec.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, if I do the shares. No, I don't think it's, I don't think the video is working because I'm not the original host. There's no option for me to, share the audio part. But that's all right. We will soldier on. So let me get back to the share screen. Well, if you would have seen this video, you would have seen that we were pushing for a renewable standard of 7.5% back in 2004. It took us 3 years to get that passed. We actually started in 2001. And it was a big fight. And now here we are today with Maryland getting up on the path to getting 50% clean energy, and soon it'll be 100%. So we made a lot of progress in the state, but things that you can do include switching to a community solar. So in 2015, Maryland passed legislation to adopt the community solar program, and it was extended through 2024, back in 2019. The first project became available in 2018, and the way the community solar program works is it breaks down projects by 3 categories. You have what we call share. Solar helps address residential equity, and that's projects that serve low and moderate income customers. Non-share for open and small private farms. And then the third is commercial or rooftop solar, or large rooftop systems. And the reason why it's important to switch to clean energy is because about 1/4 of our greenhouse gas emissions come from the use of our electricity. And as we green up our grid, we will also be able to green up our transportation, which is 29%, because we'll be switching to electric vehicles. So greening up our grid is extremely important, and switching to community solar or large scale solar is one of the most important ways to do that. But unfortunately, 80% of the market cannot install rooftop solar. So they're left out of the solar revolution. Renters, people who live in a condo, people with shaded or unsuitable roofs, or people who can't afford to put down a large down payment or take out a large bank loan in order to get a solar system. So here we are in Maryland saying we want everybody to get solar, but yet 80% of the market actually can't get solar. But with community solar, everybody can receive solar energy from a local project. So this is one of our projects in Prince George's County, actually. And you can see how each customer, so to speak, has a share of the project's output. So if Maddie has a condo, he might have the share of 10 panels. And if I have a house, I might have 19 panels. Doesn't mean I own the panels, but it means that the power that's coming from those panels is assigned to my house or to Maddie's condo or Emily's apartment. And if folks want to watch a video later about community solar from Neighborhood Sun, it's basically going to explain it in a second way. The reason why we keep this in our presentation, even though you have me here explaining it, is we do find that people need to hear about it 2, maybe 3 times before it sinks in, because this is a brand new concept that takes a little bit to get your head around. Okay, so here, we don't need the video. I'll explain how it works. First, you find your solar plan. We have community solar farms throughout the state of Maryland, and they have various terms and contract length. Some of them have special offers for low and moderate income, some don't. You reserve your share, just takes minutes to do. There's no fees to join, no panels to install. And as soon as that project is built, you start saving money. So the solar panels, the project sends the power to the grid, which is credited to your utility. So that could be Pepco or BGE for Bowie. And then you, the utility, let's say Pepco, assigns the credits that Neighborhood Sun tells them to your house or your apartment, which is based on the share of the panels that you got. And then Pepco or BGE puts those credits on your bill, and it's just like your meter spinning backwards. So if you had a $100 bill and you got $80 worth of credits, your Pepco bill goes down to $20. Then we invoice you for the solar. It's not free, but we invoice you at a discount to what the credits were. So if you got $80 worth of credits and we're giving you a 10% discount, we would invoice you for $72 and you would save $8. We have community solar projects all over the state of Maryland. Many of them already sold out. We had a groundbreaking not too long ago, or ribbon cutting at our White Marsh facility, which we did with Nautilus Solar, our partner. They're the ones who built it. And that is a project that is serving 51% low and moderate income customers. We have projects in Pepco, including the Panorama Landfill, which is the largest community solar project in the state. And we have some in Western Maryland in the Potomac Edison territory as well. We do have some projects that we are currently subscribing. In the BGE territory, we have the Friendship Project, which has about 145 spots left. And this is a little bit of a typo. We have in the Pepco area, we have the Oaks Landfill, which is going to be very exciting because it's the first and only 100% LMI project of its size in the state of Maryland. It's 5.5 megawatts on a landfill in Montgomery County. And all of its power is going to go to low and moderate income subscribers with a 25% discount. This is probably the best project in the entire country for bringing power to low and moderate income customers. There was a project recently unveiled in in Silver Spring that is like 100 kilowatts. This one is 5.5 megawatts. So it definitely dwarfs everything else. Up in New Jersey, we are also subscribing a few projects as well. And we have some additional spots perhaps left in some other PEPCO projects that are already up and running, but occasionally need to be backfilled. So for all subscribers, it's free to subscribe. There's no fees. There's no cancellation fees, no installation of equipment, same dependability of power. The savings can be anywhere from 5 to 25%, and it's guaranteed. Unlike if you've ever dealt with retail electric suppliers who promise savings but don't actually give them, this is guaranteed. It takes only a few minutes to subscribe and bring solar power into your home. And with our share and LMI program, this is something we're really proud of. Neighborhood Sun was the first community solar company in Maryland to really focus on helping low and moderate income people participate in solar. We've done a lot to advance energy equity, and this is a central part of our mission. So these are subscriptions for households that typically are the least responsible for climate change. These are the households that often are bear the brunt of environmentally racist policies that put power plants right next to communities of color and other underserved communities. This is why we were founded, to make clean energy accessible to everybody. We're happy to say that because of the work we've done, that the solar developers now offer a greater discount for income qualified households, meaning that if you're at the market rate, you might get 5 or 10% discount. If you're low or moderate income, part of our share program, you're going to get 20 to 30% discounts. And there's no credit requirement for low and moderate income subscribers. There are many environmental benefits, of course, and per year, the average community solar customer prevents the equivalent of 10 hot air balloons filled with CO2, which is equal to driving 27,000 miles of your average car, or burning 12,000 pounds of coal. So earlier, when we talked about Neighborhood Sun getting the award for best in the world for the environment, and I said it's because of our customers, this is why. Because our customers are helping to prevent greenhouse gases from going into the atmosphere. And as we all know, this is more urgent than ever to happen. It takes less than 10 minutes to subscribe. You do have to have your utility account number handy. Having a copy of your bill handy would help with your account number. You do have to add separate payment info, so either bank account or credit card, and that's because the way the regulations have been written, we can't charge on the utility bill. You get your credits on the utility bill, but the actual charges itself have to be in a separate mechanism, and that's something we're working to change, but currently that's the way it is. We have a subscription agreement that you'll get to electronically sign. And we are in the process of becoming an electricity supplier, and as part of that, we will have the ability to just put everything on the single bill, on the utility bill. So some of the hurdles that community solar faces from a development standpoint, it's very fragmented. The state of Maryland sets regulations, but there's often a lot of decisions made on the county level, permits and zoning, et cetera. So it's one thing for the state of Maryland to say, we want 150 megawatts of community solar projects in the state, but it's another thing to actually get those projects built. And Prince George's County has been pretty good. Montgomery County has been a little less so. And each county has its own pros and cons. There are various caps in place at the state, utility, and project level. It's not just an open program. It's technically a pilot program. So the state really controls very much what can get built and what can't. And then we're trying to get to consolidated billing, which would mean that you would get your community solar charges and your credits all on one bill, but the utilities are not yet in favor of that. And that's a process that we'll have to work on with the Public Service Commission. It'll probably take a good 2 to 3 years for that to happen. But I say the biggest hurdle is that nobody knows, or I shouldn't say nobody, very few people know about community solar. And market education is the biggest hurdle we face. And along with market education comes the trust factor. You're asking people to trust companies like Neighborhood Sun or others. And while we can't speak for others, we do know that Neighborhood Sun is, as a B Corp, we are transparent and we have customer satisfaction as our #1 goal. But the industry, the clean energy industry, is not all good. There are players out there who take advantage of folks and kind of ruin the playing field for everybody. So what can you do? Well, you can sign up for a project, whether it's with us or with another developer. The more people that sign up, the more demand there is for projects, and the more pressure there is on the state to increase the size of the project allocation. Educate. Help make renewable energy more mainstream by telling your family and friends about the program. Word of mouth is the single best form of education and outreach, and it works very well. And by the way, not just word of mouth to your friends and family, but if you are a member of a church or a nonprofit organization or a sorority or fraternity or civic organization, talk to them about it, because we have partnerships that we do with community organizations where they help spread the word about community solar, and they are able to raise money at the same time. And then, of course, always contact your legislators. Let them know you care about community solar and about wanting to see more solar happen in your county and in the state. You can go to neighborhoodsun.solar/Bowie to sign up. You can call us at that number. Christina answers emails, as well as the hello@neighborhoodsun.solar. And with that, I will open it to any questions or comments that folks have.
Thank you. Timing with the kids. I was trying. Hold on.
Okay.
They didn't realize, they know when they have to be quiet. They didn't realize it was back to quiet time. We don't have any questions in the Q&A box. So if anyone who's on right now has a last minute question and you want to type it in real quick, hi Grant, we can answer it for you now. Oh, we got one. Oh, it's a comment. I live in Bowie and I have Neighborhood Sun. I'm very happy with it.
Thank you, Maureen.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what we can do is I have a lot already lined up to send everyone who's registered, but you guys can also in the next day or two send me, anything else you think would be helpful, and I can just put it all in an email and send to everyone so they have all the resources there.
Yeah, I'd be curious, just maybe I can also just spark some questions. Have people prior to this, have they heard of community solar? And if so, was the way I presented it what you expected, or did people think of community solar as something different?
For the participants, you can, I think you guys probably saw that coming too. Are there any laws in the works we can support? Good question, Bob.
Yeah, so that's a good question. I know there's going to be a push for 100% renewable energy in Maryland. So the Clean Energy Jobs Act just got us to 50%. But now with the climate crisis, there's a push for 100%. So I would definitely push for that. Of course, in Maryland, we don't have to worry about legislation until the fall sometime, start getting ready for the January session in Annapolis. But I think that's going to be the big push. Federally, people are very excited about the budget reconciliation bill. There's a clean energy part of that. And there's also a bill that was filed by a senator from New Mexico and from Minnesota. I'm blanking on their names, but that actually would support community solar. New Mexico is the newest state to adopt community solar, but the way it's been working is each state adopts a law at its own pace, and we don't really have time for that. So right now we're at like 12 to 16 states that have community solar laws, and we need to push it to all 50 states.
Bob,
Thanks for the question, Bob.
sorry, Bob was just a member of, now he's taking over the energy subgroup of the Green Team. So this is his big area of interest, and I'm sure he'll be reaching out to you guys in some way or another in the future, because he has the idea to do some sort of a renewables themed expo and let residents know of basically all options available. So
that's a great idea.
I know I did hosted a workshop live in person before COVID, a few years before COVID. That was Neighborhood Sun. None of you were the ones I spoke with, and I cannot remember her name, but she was really great. And she came and did a workshop in person at City Hall, and that was great also.
Oh, probably Carolyn.
Yes. Carolyn. Now that you say it,
yeah, Carolyn was great. She's retired, but yeah.
Well, we're available to do any in-person presentations as well, if you like, Ashley.
Awesome. Thank you, Sherry. And I know you have like over 20 years of experience in this whole arena too, right?
I do. I met Gary almost 20 years ago myself. And I was with Washington Gas Energy Services, so I spent quite a bit of time there and selling fixed price energy. But now, of course, I'm selling community solar and loving having an opportunity to combine that with, just letting people know about renewable energy in a different capacity than I was before. But yeah, so we definitely love to get out in the community, educating different groups and organizations in person now that, it's a little safer to do so. And so definitely keep that in mind if you have anything that you want to have us come out to as well. We'd be more than happy.
Definitely. I know I will be reaching back out to you guys in the spring when we do all of our big spring events and see if there's any way we can team up.
Yeah, Earth Month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, if there's no more questions, I guess we can close out. And I just want to say thank you guys again for joining us. It's been really great, really helpful information. And I will send the follow-up email to everyone who's registered in the next few days after I just confirm with you all what you'd like in it.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, folks.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank
Thank you for having us.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.